Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of the Car Mechanics series. Today, obviously, we're back in Car Mechanics Simulator 2015, and we're going to be doing what we have always done, and repair some new cars to build up our business, and potentially in the future get our own cars to do up ourselves. So let's jump out into it. We've got 4 jobs waiting. Go and get a car. So we're starting off with this here Rhino Piccolo, I believe it's called. I have no idea on earth where that name has come from, but you know, they made the names up themselves. So oh well. So I'm just going to check what's wrong with it. It's a pretty simple job. ABS module, 2 brake calipers and brake pads. So that'll be an easy job. That is going to have to get moved onto the lift though, so we're going to put that on the left lifter and we'll go and get another job ready to do on the right lifter, or maybe here in the middle of the shop. So here we have our second vehicle we're going to be working on today. This I believe is going by the name of the Castor Earthquake, and you may also realise that this is another DLC vehicle. So we've not had many DLC vehicles, but this is one of them. I think it's going off some type of Ford F350. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not too good with my American trucks, but we're just going to go and have a look what's wrong with it and see what we're going to work on today. So this is going to be a bigger job, so it makes up for the small crap job we've got with the Rhino Piccolo. So we've got as average air filter, fuel filter and oil filter. We've also got air filter that's coming to that battery, cam gear, fuel raid, DI, easy, idler roller A and B, piston with conrod, and a radiator. So that should be pretty straightforward. Apart from the piston, that means it's going to have to take out a lot of the engine bay. So I think we'll start off with this and have a nice little job to finish up with. So I actually just want to look if I can get, there we go, so that's perfect. So we're gonna wanna take off the fuel filter, the battery, the radiator fan to get to the radiator, then because it's a V8 we're going to want to go in through the front, whereas you're going through the sides, and it's more than likely a 4-wheel drive, so we're going to have to take off all of these belts. So the idler rod A and the idler rod B over here are going to need replacing. We need to take off the water pump, and we're going to also want to take out all of these other components to get into the engine block itself, which is always fun. And it's a much bigger job with a V8, so I mean it's a new experience doing up a V8, where, well, I suppose I did one up in the last video, which by the way guys, I'll leave a link in the description to that video, where I did up a Mustang, and that was actually a DLC vehicle, come to think of it. But right, so now we're going to take off the water pump and get into the internals. So actually, come to think of it, maybe we want to be going in through the top. So that's the damaged fuel raid. See, you have pistons going diagonally in a V8, so you don't actually know which side of the engine to start on, because you've got 2 different sides you could be taking to bits to get to the piston, and you can't see it without taking the engine block off. So you've got a 50-50 at the different parts off, so you've got a 50-50 chance of getting it right. So we're going to want to take out all the spark plugs, the cam gears are going to want to come off as well. Oh no, we need to take off both sides either way, so I suppose that's an upside to the story, because then we won't be screwing up and only doing one side. Bit of an awkward angle that I'm at. get all these bolts off, and then hopefully get into the block. Take the timing belt cover off. It's going to be one hell of a big timing belt. That one wants to come off, that one wants to come off. I don't know which cam gear is damaged. I think it was that one that I just first took off. Let's just have a look at... You know what, we'll go from this side, come to think of it, because we took all of the spark plugs out of this side. So right, let's have a look. We're going to want to take off the throttle. We're also going to want to take off the manifold. Awkward job. And then we should be able to take off the exhaust manifold, the engine head, to get to the pistons. There we are. That's the bad piston. Now, we need to take the oil panel off. We're going to have to drain the oil. Before we do that, we're going to do it professionally this time. What we didn't do in a previous video that I drained the oil on a car with. So V8s are extremely difficult when it comes to things like this. You've got to find the plug. So you can see the plugs on the side. It's really awkward. And then wait for it to drain. I don't know why it costs money to drain the oil. I mean, you know, it shouldn't cost money to drain the oil out of it and then cost money to put the oil in. It should just cost money to put the oil in the vehicle. But oh well, I suppose I'll be earning money from it in the end, so it's not too bad. Right then, so let me just double check that's everything. It's as deep as we need to go, so yep, that's right. So let's just go and get some of the parts, because I'll not be able to remember them all. So we need a battery, we need idler rod A and B, idler roller, sorry. We need a radiator. We need a piston with con rod. We also need a cam gear. I think it's just that one. And I can't remember for the life of me. Oh, we need a fuel raid. If it lets me type. Fuel raid DI. Right, and then we'll just go and double check the rest. Radiator cam. Oh, air filter. Oh, and all the filters. Right, actually, we can probably do that. Oh no, wait. Doesn't matter. Air filter, fuel filter, V8 oil filter. I was just thinking the truck was in the air, so we could just put the oil filter on while it's in the air, but it's not. So we'll put this camshaft back in, cam gear back on, cam gear on, and while we're here, we'll put the battery in as well. And we'll also put the oh, there's only one spark plug I need to put in. So now we'll put this piston in. Put the engine head back on. Everything else back in. We'll get there in the end. Timing belt cover. I'm going to leave the radiator till last because it will just get in my way otherwise. I'm going to do exactly the same to the other side. the idler on, fuel idler. Ignition coils. I don't actually think I put the spark plugs on the other side. No, I didn't. It's going to be awkward. Should have done that before I put the engine head cover on, but oh well. Put the ignition coils on. Coils cover on. Coils cover on that side. We're going to put the throttle on. And then the radiator can go back on. Radiator fan can go back on. And I think, oh no, all the rollers have got to go on, aren't they? Got that doing a bugger. So we'll put that roller on. That roller on. That roller on. The water pump needs to go back on. We'll put the crankshaft pulley on. Power steering pump needs to come back on. God, I've missed about a fair bit. It's okay though, because I noticed before I actually went to go and get rid of the vehicle this time, so it's all good. So now we can put the serpentine belt on. Belt tensioner back on. And I think it's almost it. That should be about it. So then we'll lift it up. Oh wait, actually, we need to still take out the air filter. Actually, we'll put in the fuel filter before I forget. And now we'll take out the air filter and replace it with a new one. I hate these little clips we have to put on as well. It bugs me because they're so obnoxious and small. Lift this up in the air, put the fuel filter, put the oil pan back on. And then you'll be able to replace the oil filter, fill it up with oil, and have it on its way. And then we'll move on to the Marino Piccolo. I believe that's its name anyway. So now we'll just fill it up and it'll be ready to go. So now it should be ready to sell, get rid of. Oh, exhaust manifold. That's key. But you've got to give me that one, you've got to hand it to me. I could not see that whatsoever. Right, so now it should be able to sell. There we go. So now we're going to move on to the Reno Piccolo, and this is a simple job. Brakes and ABS module. So we'll start off with the ABS. The ABS is here. Oh no, that's the throttle. Right, ABS. Disassemble mode, that's what I want. ABS module. So we want, what do we want? I'll go and get it all while I'm here. Calipers, pads, and ABS module. So, brake caliper, twice over, pads, and ABS module. Perfection. So we'll just straight away chuck this on in there. And then we'll put her up in the air, do the brakes, and then she'll be ready to go. Just look at the side that it'll be on. Should be able to tell from looking at it. That one. That's one of them anyway. Probably more than likely more than one. Gotta figure out which one needs new pads in it as well. I just want to double check something also. Yeah, it was 2 calipers, not two pads instead. Right, so by the looks of it, I think it's going to be this one. Yeah, I can see it, I'm right. And are they the bad pads? I do not know. Right, so now... No, I need to find the pads. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So we'll just slip the pads off. Put the second-hand ones on that was actually off this car. I suppose it's not that much of a crime. And then you should be ready to go. So now, guys, I should be able to take this back to its owner, get rid of it, and it's gone. So a nice big chunk of money earned today. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been quite a long one, but I hope you've enjoyed it. It's worth every second, every millisecond, every minute, whatever you want to say, it's worth it. So anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please do not hesitate to go down to the bit below where it's got a thumbs up and click that like button if you've enjoyed this video. And subscribe if you'd be kind enough for more daily content like this. I'd hate for you guys to miss out on any of my daily videos. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. This has been episode 9 of the Let's Play series of Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. My name's been Tom. I'll catch you in the next one.